for Yamamuni Akwaba about Melodies podcast YouTube channel so Mr. and there your first time waha subscribe and click the notification bell on so now Endra Asamoah Gyan grantee interview a year Joy FM now what can send be for now in some no kind of a movie and a mede bro answer never to us on subscribe and click the notification bell and then that screen so is here now we are number now at that screen as and wait to me friend now the actual community for young consent so straight send me din kan Endra for the very first time Asamoah Gyan knew be a what a granted interview sir by Endra for I don't know whichever reason but Asamoah Gyan currently the oil say some course level football program be walk regions near Ghana and I was under 16 for our person what forming up team dachi ebeboa Ghana na Asamoah Gyan yes anyama we nia na Endra wo call Joy FM I think that was the reason why I call but Asamoah Gyan nkwade ye nim say nsem bebre e won ne ho nti na ebisa nsem na wo kan nsem bebre efa Black Stars on send ya je captaincy free nsem send ya ne nianje ho wo kan nsem ka say wo ye dede ayu kra na ka sa captaincy no na ka wo no na ka Asamoah Gyan wo ye dede ayu na ka wonje because the nsem bebre e bai na asema wo kan ya me pesa me de bro echi me nipa Nyantakyi nsem no because Asamoah Gyan say send ya treating Nyantakyi no it wasn't fair because first obe kan ya Nyantakyi and award yen call World Cup for the very first time or sanso the yen call second time and the third time not to say Nyantakyi was doing something right and I watch Ghana football nkasa Nyantakyi no wo bia enhye da endu enim he was the vice president of CAF obia endu enim sa Ghana ni bia endu enim sa ewo African football mu enti no Nyantakyi wa bre and anka we dru ho na Ghana na nka say yetumi ebua Nyantakyi but just within 2 hours ya ma Nyantakyi tese ni bibia ebe shigu ye kafo ebe reject no ene nyama and am ne okasa Nyantakyi edu ho arewo enti Asamoah Gyan ne ka say we didn't treat Nyantakyi well Nyantakyi was someone who actually helped us anka boni bi mpo aba yen hwe say akra we wa boa yen pen na nipa da se ni de sa nipa de mfunso wo yen ho se boni ba na obi ye papa sa na boni ba me hwe boni ni so e fa nka say why you went why we ya na Ghana for yet sa dodo ba na nka boni bi mpo aba yen hwe say nipa we why ye papa pen why yen say pen inti no asem no yen hwe mu ye ba asem ne ba ya na Ghana for nia ye tu Nyantakyi ajeje mu na say we didn't treat Nyantakyi well na yen konko tie nsem Asamoah Gyan what the two jabote
although we haven't done any events recently but we're doing well behind the scene.
Kwesi Nyantakyi and the normalization saga, do you think that was handled well?
And also I just received a message, it's Kwesi Appiah's birthday and Coach Kwesi Appiah's birthday and I want to wish him happy birthday because I didn't know today is his birthday, so I wish him happy birthday.
Okay. Yes, to the other Kwesi Nyantakyi, all that went on there, do you think it was handled well?
Pardon?
The Kwesi Nyantakyi saga, do you think it was handled well?
No.
Why?
No, because I told you earlier that politics in football, it's quite it doesn't work like that. Now look at what is happening. You have to start everything all over again. A man who has served the nation for how many years got to that level to being the vice CAF president. He's lifting the flag of Ghana high. At that time, if you say who is the vice CAF president, where does he come from? They will say Ghana. There are some people who are over there that they don't even know the name Ghana. They don't know the country Ghana. But he's lifting the cup. Look at his position. And he lost everything in how many hours? 48 hours? He lost everything. It's so sad. It's so sad. Sometimes we need to address.
But this was a serious case of corruption. How should we
somebody who has taken Ghana 3 times to the World Cup? It means he was doing something right. He was doing something right.
So how should
I don't know how he did it, but as a football player, he was helping the country. We see the good things Nyantakyi was doing. When this thing happened, we sit back and be like, hey, so this was what was going on and something. But for me personally, what he has done in football, in Ghana football, I think he deserves much credit. He
So that question is, how should the case have been handled? This is alleged corruption.
That one, I don't know. I don't know how it should be handled. But I'm talking with a man I've worked for all these years, for decades. But the decision, I don't know how people judge when something like this happens, whether it was true or not. We need to go into details.
So what's your
because there were videos coming up, him taking. What happened before he took the video? He took the money. What happened? We didn't see details. So there are certain things that we see. But the man has done an incredible job. That one day, I would say it. He has done an incredible job. People will object to that, but for what I've seen, I've worked with him. For example, people can say a lot of stuff about me. You don't know me, but those who are with me, they know. I've worked with Dantiti for a long, long time. Just be in his shoes. Let's be real here. Just be in his shoes. If it was you.
This issue about corruption in football, which is what the Nyantakyi thing is all about.
Corruption. Hey. It's a difficult one. This question is a difficult one. But was he involved? Recently, it was cleared that he didn't do anything. We saw the news.
Well, so yes, there has been reportage in there. I'm actually asking about corruption in football generally.
It's not good. That one.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it. I've seen a lot of things. It doesn't make even the coaches do their job well.
What have you seen?
Of course, we see referees being paid and stuff. That one we know. We have to do the job. Somebody has gone to Europe for his license, do his tactic, and then a referee can, because the referee has everything in his hands. He can change the destiny of the game. He can change everything. So somebody goes to work, does his work, and small thing, bang, this thing happens. That one there, I don't agree. No.
But it's happened in your favor before.
I don't know what goes on behind the scene. I don't know what is going on. My job is to put the ball in the net. I'll just put the ball in the net and I'll go and dance my William Onko dance. You understand?
Right, it's still live on the Super Morning Show. Enjoy 99.7 FM. Yes, there was a question about Colts football and what has happened to it generally. What do you make of the current football administration, particularly with local juvenile football?
Yeah, it's going down. I think it's gone down. It's gone down. And that is what, that is what we're trying to bring back. And the whole Baby Jet tournament and 16 tournament issue is mainly about coast football. It boosts the confidence of the game. There are a lot of things going on I cannot explain, but I'll let my manager Samuel Nimado talk about all these things. So let him say.
No, we'd like to know from you. I mean, you were nodding when I was reading the Colts football comment, and I saw you nodding.
Okay,
very.
I'll ask for that one. I can say it. So, I played in the coast level. There are a lot of great players that we've seen in the national team. They started the coast. Everybody played in the coast level. I would say majority played in the coast level, and now we don't see these things. Sometimes when you are playing the coast level, you see the fans very close to the field. You see them. When they insult you, you hear it. So even that one is even motivation. When you come to the Premier League, when I came to the Premier League, I was a coast player when I came to the Premier League. I heard people say something. It's even fun. It's like mentally, I was prepared.
Yeah, psyched up and prepared
before coming.
Go. But now that's not what's happening.
We don't see these things here.
And it's affected the game.
Stephen Appiah, do you know where he comes from? Choco. Choco.
And so it's produced all of these great
players.
There's so much that we could go into, but unfortunately, we'd have to wrap up at this point. Asamoah, thank you so much for joining us, Asamoah Gyan, of the Black Stars, and it's been a great conversation. Any final words before we go?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank the sponsors for the Baby Jet Under 16 tournament. Champion dishes, Ash Foam, they did really well. Paradise Park, As of now, we want more sponsors to come on board, to make this tournament successful. Just because it will help Ghanaians to benefit. Everybody will benefit from it. It will help the companies and everything. Once again, I would like to thank Ghanaians for their support. Mr. President, everybody, for their support. Everything, and I will say sorry to Ghanaians for what happened in the AFCON. They were expecting the cup back home. We couldn't bring the cup. No excuses. We have to blame ourselves for we not winning it. So we ask for their forgiveness. Sorry, and hopefully we have to look forward to the future and then let's see what happens. I like to thank the fans. I like to thank everybody. Critics, they make us very strong. When people don't criticize you, you don't do well. They play a very, very important role in our careers and everything. So once again, I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank you for having me here to express my mind. I'd like to thank Asempa for having me here. Everybody. I'd like to thank Joy News. Everybody, the media, everybody, they've been helping us. Sometimes